you can make a fuck ton of money using the internet. We see YouTubers literally making
$1.9 million in revenue.
I make around $1.8 million with my own paid community on the platform.
And what's the most y'all have made in a month?
40,000. For me, it's $140,509.11.
It seems like no matter where you turn your head, you see kids getting filthy fucking rich, whether it be with crypto, trading, dropshipping, or agency. Now, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I was in the online business space, just hopping in, I'd search up videos like this, and the only type of videos I got were people just shilling their own business models that they do themselves. This is going to be a zero BS, fully transparent video on what I truly believe the best business models of 2025 truly are. Yes, I know myself, I do dropshipping, and so if there's one thing I'd rather do than teach you guys about dropshipping, it's give you guys all the options to maximize how you're gonna make money online. There is so much money flowing in this world, especially in 2025, and we are just getting started. Even for myself, I started dropshipping 2 years ago, and now, 2 years later, I've built a life for myself where I'd say I've done pretty well for myself. It all started from a dream not wanting to go to college. Now, I don't have to go to college. I bought myself an AMG C63S. You could probably see I have some cool jewelry on while also making this video, and I live in Miami, 70 floors above the Miami skyline. As I did just say, yes, I do dropshipping, but I don't wanna have that bias this video in any sort of way. I have so many friends and family I know making money with so many different other business models. Trust me, there are so many different ways to make money online nowadays. A quick disclaimer I want to read is I am obviously the most knowledgeable in dropshipping, so I will obviously know the most about that business model. With all the other business models, this is solely going to be based off of my own research, friends, families, or my brief time of possibly even trying this own business model. I'm going to go over a lot in this video, so sit back and relax. With each business model, I'll be talking about the pros and the cons of each business model. I'm going to use a similar ladder tier list in this video to the other business models that you may see, and it'll continue to stack on as this video goes on. Now, why should you listen to me? My name is Ben. I've been doing dropshipping for around 2 years now, and I've done well over $2 million in revenue at the age of 19 years old, built a multiple six-figure software company. I built a decent name for myself on the internet for some of my case studies about dropshipping on this very channel. I've got my trusty laptop here and I have a lot of notes for each of these business models. So let's go into our first one, agency. You see some of the biggest people with personal brands teaching you how to start an agency. I even have a lot of friends who have agencies. So what is so good about this? There are so many different types of agencies, and that's the first thing we need to understand. We cannot just categorize it into one. The pros of agency are that you're running your own business. And I know that may not sound like a whole lot of sense now, but you'll see with some of these later business models I talked about, you're simply just an affiliate or an employee. With an agency, you're truly running your own business, and that you can actually scale it up to high amount of numbers. But the churn of your clients is also something that you need to remember as well. Customers leaving is also a very, very big part of your agency. Another con is that everyone is being told to run this traditional type of agency now, where you help local businesses grow. It's a very, very competitive market. I've actually never met somebody here in Miami killing it with a local business agency, but I've met a lot of people doing content agencies for long form or short form or B2B agencies that are higher ticket, therefore they have higher revenue. Now let me go and explain a little further. Selling your agency the way that everyone else is, right? If you go on YouTube, everyone's gonna tell you to do local business agencies, reach out to local businesses. That's a very competitive market. What I've seen a lot of people taking actual action in is capitalizing on the long form and short form gold rush that's going on right now. This YouTube video you're watching right now is a long form video. My Instagram reels that I post are short form reels. So everybody is trying to create content. This is a booming industry. B2B agencies are also killer examples of just pretty much selling your service and making more money from it. Selling your product for cheaper is gonna do you no good. You attract lower quality customers, you just make less. And so if you sell your product as a B2B, not only are you selling to people who have money, but you're also just making more money as well. I rank agencies here on the list, just a little bit below average. To touch a little bit more on agencies, I have heard of an agency where someone will come in an e-commerce business and help them scale, whether it be with teams or media buying, which I will rank a little higher on the scale here. You have this almost freelance look on the business model, and you help agencies in need for a retainer, which is in demand. This is something that still has a churn in an e-commerce business. If you obviously aren't helping them to grow, they're not gonna keep you on as a client. As someone who literally does e-com, if I was paying someone to run my ads or make ads and I wasn't seeing a direct ROI, I would quickly kick them off. And so that's where I think a lot of agencies fail, is because a lot of you guys will hop in having no idea how to do any of these skills. And when the actual businesses are like, wow, this kid has no idea what he's doing, they quickly kick you off of the team, because who wants to pay for something that isn't giving them a direct ROI? Clothing brands are typically in high demand for people who want these services, and I see the market also moving towards this as well. I know that was a lot to take in, and that was just our first business model, agency. Next, we're gonna go into the one and only dropshipping. It seems like dropshipping has been around for as long as the word agency has been around too. You either see agency millionaires or dropshipping millionaires popping up all over the internet. Is dropshipping really dead? That's the first thing I want to go into. And you can categorize dropshipping almost as like the same generation as agency. Agency hasn't died, but it's just merely about how the market has moved and how you actually make money in that industry now. 6 years ago, making money in dropshipping is not the same of how you make money in dropshipping now. It's not a matter that it's dead, it's that the old strategies that you used to use to make money are dead. The industry is still very, very much alive. Dropshipping paid ads is my bread and butter. Something I do want to mention is that building a dropshipping store as 2025 has changed. Building a brand is the new wave, which is not what people did 6 years ago. And this also means bringing yourself to Amazon and TikTok Shop, which are completely different business models in this video, but this is how you kind of scale out your business. And so this is what I mean when it's very, very hard to categorize these business models, because what you guys will learn along the way your journey is if you do dropshipping, you'll probably end up doing a bunch of other things in the e-commerce space as well. You don't need to just stick to the dropshipping business model. Dropshipping is one of the more difficult business models in the fact that it actually takes a lot of testing, a lot of learning, and failing to understand this business model more than others. I failed for 9 months, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week before I saw one profitable sale with dropshipping. But you are learning how to run your own business, which is an irreplaceable skill. You're learning branding, media buying, content creation, content strategy, marketing, customer support, logistics, email marketing, web dev, and so much more along the side with dropshipping. I personally started this business model because I wanted to own my own business. And that's a key word, because once again, later on in this video, you guys will see some of the business models. You're nothing more but an employee or an affiliate. And in my eyes, if that meant I had to take longer to succeed, then so be it. A lot of other business models I will rank besides dropshipping are different because you don't actually own the business. You're just there to help the business grow. In dropshipping, you have one of the highest scalabilities out of any of these business models. And the reason being is because when you run ads, you scale up ads, you scale up actual content with money backed behind it to continue to grow your business. I've personally made over 6 figures of profit a month dropshipping, and I know people making multiple 6 figures with dropshipping doing it as well. Your success will differ. It took me 9 months to find one profitable product, but if you actually think outside the box, which is something you have to do in 2025, and do what the other 99% of people aren't, I've seen people crush and literally make their first profitable month, like 5-figure month, in 30 to 90 days. And this hasn't only been in my program I have for dropshipping, but just in general. People here in Miami, I'm like, bro, what the heck? How did you do that so fast? It is possible. Okay, I've only seen this from people who are invested in their knowledge. Okay, and I'm just giving you a common trend that I've seen in people who have succeeded that fast. I haven't even succeeded that fast. They've invested in their knowledge and they actually put their foot on the gas, and they go to these high-level groups that has knowledge that isn't accessible on YouTube. AKA, they're just getting knowledge that isn't free. Courses may seem like a scam, but there's so much underground knowledge in dropshipping that is really, it truly makes this game pay to play. And I guess that's a little bit of a con to dropshipping, is that this industry, you pay for knowledge and you get a direct ROI pretty much, because you learn strategies to run your ads, you learn how to create better ads, and you pretty much get direct ROI on your business. A lot of people think courses are scams, and I truly just think it's because they've all bought trash courses. But dropshipping is truly pay to play. Since I am more knowledgeable in the dropshipping space, I wanted to give y'all some sauce about what I actually do to get my beginners started with in this business model. I have a lot of people come to me and say, hey Ben, I'm super stuck on what to actually do and where to start with. What's my first step I should do? Now, once again, I don't want to make this video biased, but I do want to give you guys some resources just for completely free if you guys are interested in dropshipping. Number one, to host my actual store, you guys have probably heard of Shopify before. They're not sponsoring this video, but I do have an affiliate link with them, and you can sign up with them for 30 days for a single $1. If you are dropshipping, you know what Shopify is. Nobody ever uses anything else besides Shopify, I can promise you that. When it comes to suppliers, you have so many different suppliers online. I truly recommend using private suppliers. And I know you as a beginner watching this probably have no idea what the word private suppliers means. It's pretty much just a person who lives in China who is really, really well integrated with the factories, and they're typically a little bit harder to access. How you actually get in touch with these people is, once again, typically through a community, pay to play. Next, about themes, you can simply just use a free theme like Dawn or Sense. They're free. What I also recommend is using like themes like Shrine. If you're working on a little bit of a higher budget and you have 150 bucks to spend, Shrine theme is what I use. So it's a really good theme. For product research, I know everyone always talks about using Amazon, Helium 10, PP ads, all these different spy tools that you probably are like, oh my gosh, why are they so expensive? I use this community called Spy Crew. It's literally 34 bucks a month, and I'll show you guys a list right here. It gives you all of these tools for $34 a month, saving you over like $2,000 a month in tools. Now, if you ever get overwhelmed by product research, now you don't need to, because you're given all of this for the measly price of 30 bucks a month. That's pretty much all the resources you need for dropshipping. I know that wasn't very extensive, but that truly is the best place to start. I don't want to bombard you guys, especially if you don't even want to do dropshipping, with all these different tools that you need. Now, something I do want to mention as my last thing is I did release a $1 case study. No, not a $9.97 course, not a MRR community. I released a $1 course, pretty much giving you guys the product I sold to make $1.6 million with. On one single product. I give you guys my brand, the offer, the ads, the everything, how I deal with Chinese logistics, suppliers. I give you guys pretty much everything in that $1 course. And the reason why I made it $1 was because I just want to make a middle finger up to everyone who sells that same information, if not worse information, for more money, and make this $1 course accessible to everyone, no matter where you are in the world. Next, let's go into dropshipping organic. Now, there's a couple of pros when it comes to dropshipping organic. It's a very, very low barrier to start. And if you have done research in the organic space, you know that you pretty much need no money to get started. You start and you don't spend any money on ads. You only fulfill a product or an order once you actually get the money for it. It's a very, very low barrier to entry. And so that's a huge pro to it. Another pro is that you have very, very high profit margins. Organic is very, very eye appealing because you can get profit margins between 50 to like 70% on your product, which are literally huge. Now, there's a lot of cons when it comes to organic, and this is why I myself even tried organic, and I'm not a huge fan of it. It's unsustainable, number one, and it's dependent on going viral. Virality is something and a skill that is very in high demand right now, and it's very, very hard to learn. At the end of the day, these social media platforms are nothing more than algorithms. If you are not going viral, you are not making money. I don't want to bet my life on that. High margins, but not high scalability. I think what a lot of people misunderstand is high margins comes with a sacrifice. The reason why paid ads has lower margins is because you can scale higher. Now, let's simply do the math here real quick. If you make $5,000 of store revenue and you make it on your organic store with 50% margins, you have just made $2,500 in profit. Now, if you just made $10,000 of store revenue running ads, because when you do run ads, you have higher scalability than running organic. And the reason being is because you simply just put more money into the advertising platforms. They give you a ROAS, or return on ad spend, back on your money. You can't do that with organic. Once again, organic is based off of going viral. So you make $10,000 with your dropshipping store running paid ads, and you have a industry standard, a 25% profit margin. You've just made $2,500 of profit. And now you may be like, Ben, that's the same exact amount. But the thing with paid ads is you can make that $10,000 month after month after month. With an organic dropshipping store, I've actually talked to someone who is killer at dropshipping organic. He said the longest time he's ever had one dropshipping organic ad actually pushing out content and views for him was 3 months. In my personal experience, I've had an ad on Meta ads before run for an entire year, bringing me in sales. And so you making $10,000 with dropshipping ads is going to be a lot better than just hitting that $5,000 for 1 month in organic. With dropshipping organic, you can see your first profitable dollar within the first 2 to 3 months of doing it, for sure, but it's not sustainable. Even some of the biggest organic YouTubers have quit and gone into other things. Look at Mikey again. He literally made a YouTube video talking about how he doesn't do dropshipping organic anymore because it's just not good. Let's throw up the clip.
I could not go back. I'm not gonna lie to you, even though there's a lot of money in organic dropshipping and it's probably the best way for beginners to start, it sucks.
I've met some people making $20K a month month with Dropshipping Organic, but after around of 2 years of doing this. A common trait you'll see with any of these business models is that it's not a get rich quick scheme. And I want to emphasize that. When I used to watch videos like these, I used to be like, wow, it's so easy to make money online. And then you quickly get humbled. Guys, it's 2025. I love how we're all making resolutions and we're all super excited to make money. Making money online, it's not going to just spawn in your hand, okay? It gets difficult. And so all good things truly take time. If you're willing to trade 2 years to make around 20K a month with Dropshipping Organic, that's what I've seen as an industry standard. Let's put dropshipping right here on the scale. Next, let's hop into day trading. Pros of day trading is that it's sustainable. As always, there's always risks to everything. Trading has a little bit of risk, but if you are good at trading, which hopefully you do get to that point, it can become a sustainable business model on a monthly basis. Also, another pro of trading is just cool as hell. Like, you just look sick, you got charts open, it looks cool, let's be honest. Some cons, it is high risk. Number 2 is that it does take a long time to get a funded account, which means there will be a long period of time where you do not make money. 3 is I know so many people have tried this business model, then realize how hard it actually is, and that it's not a get rich quick scheme, and then they end up quitting. Next, let's go into crypto. I think crypto gets a really interesting reputation because a lot of people use it in 2 different ways. Either A, use it to get rich, or 2, you get it to get wealthy. Now there's a difference in my eyes. To get rich, you just simply need to make a lot of money and just be young and boom, you know, a couple $100,000 in your bank account, you're considered rich for your age. Getting wealthy is taking the money that your business has generated and multiplying that in the crypto markets and just getting to a level of fuck you money. Some pros of crypto is you can make money very fast. Let's be honest, we've seen meme coins, we've seen chains blowing up like Virtual Protocol. It is getting crazy out here. We are currently in a bull market as we making this video. Now you may be watching this while Bitcoin has literally shit the bed, but as of right now I'm making this video, we're up, okay? Some cons is that it's a very cutthroat environment. A lot of people don't understand it is PvP out there. It's like playing a video game. If you cash out and make money, someone is going to cash out and lose that money. And most of the time, you are the one losing the money. You can make money fast, but you also can lose it faster. It's literally gambling, let's be honest, just a little bit more strategy behind it. And it gets very, very addicting, especially when you make money in the markets to continue to pump more and more money into it. In my honest opinion, I don't want to talk much else about crypto because the best strat is to genuinely move the money that your business creates into crypto. But betting on crypto to get rich with minimal capital is very, very difficult. That's why using crypto as a business model and maybe hopping in even to the future space is a very risky space if you're betting on it to get rich. In my personal opinion, using your business's profit and just sliding some of that into the crypto markets is the best play that you can make. I wanted to get that out of the way, and I don't even want to rate crypto because that is a completely different way to look at it. Next, let's go into Amazon FBA. I think an amazing part about Amazon FBA is that you don't have to pay for traffic. Amazon, even myself, has so many customers going onto their platform, ordering stuff every single day. You have so much organic traffic. Now talk about dropshipping and organic being hard. Amazon has been an amazing space to pretty much just make this easy. You're getting traffic from left, right, and center as long as you have a good product and have a good launch. Another pro is that it's all centralized. With Shopify, it can be very, very confusing to connect a supplier, run ads, have your product page. But there's all these different softwares that you're utilizing. With Amazon, it's all centralized in one place. 3 is that you have high brand equity on Amazon. Building an actual brand on Amazon is going to give you a high exit value when it actually comes time to selling your business. Some cons when it comes to Amazon is a lot of bans. I have heard nightmare stories of people making millions of dollars on Amazon and not only getting that money held from them, but also just on random days, reviews wiped from their page. Stuff and shit just going wrong that I just don't see happening on Shopify. Yes, there are problems that have rise on Shopify, even those payment processor holds I talked about, but getting reviews taken away from you because Amazon thinks they're fake, that doesn't happen over on Shopify. With Amazon, you also need a decently high startup capital. And I'm not saying you need $1 million, I'm just saying you need a couple $1,000s to your name. A lot of people, even myself, didn't have access to that. The golden era for Amazon FBA has kind of ended, right? If anything, TikTok Shop is better than Amazon now, and it's kind of becoming the better Amazon. And so once again, in my opinion, I think the golden era for Amazon FBA has kind of diminished. Now, as I stated earlier in this video, as a dropshipping brand owner, bringing your brand over to TikTok Shop and Amazon FBA are probably the best things that you can do. And so using all these in conjunction are just literally, it's bread and butter. It's peanut butter and jelly. It's as simple as that. So even though the golden era for Amazon FBA has ended, it does not mean you should not capitalize on it if you are running a TikTok Shop brand or running a Shopify brand. Speaking of TikTok Shop brand, let's rank Amazon FBA right here. Let's go into being a TikTok Shop owner. Some pros of this is that you get exposure to the e-com space. I know that just may sound a little bit bland, but running a TikTok shop brand gets you a lot of exposure to affiliates. It gets you a lot of exposure to other brand owners. It's a booming industry right now. The videos talking about business models 2 years ago, we're not talking about TikTok shop because this is a new thing that literally just came out like last year. TikTok shop is in its golden era. Talk about being early to a business model. TikTok shop literally got released like a year ago. It is in its golden era and prime right now. It's a new business model, which means new customers, new ideas, new industries, new ways to play the game are arising. And once again, it's all through organic traffic. You're hiring these affiliates, you're having them push their videos, your videos and your brand's videos. They take a commission cut. You're the business owner, so you end up making profit as well. Some cons that there's very, very strict logistics when it comes to TikTok shop. Just like Amazon, TikTok is very centralized when you run your TikTok shop brand on their platform. And so there's a lot of issues that can arise. What I've seen is, once again, money being put on hold, your brand being kind of penalized if you don't ship orders fast enough. If you ever run out of stock, TikTok doesn't really care. They end up refunding all of the orders that don't get shipped out in a span of 3 days. And also you have a score. If that score ever gets too low, you end up getting kicked off the platform. Another con is that you do have a high startup cost. I'd say even more than Amazon FBA. Because with TikTok shop, the best way to actually hire affiliates is by mass outreach. And I even know some TikTok shop brands that will start and try to scale their brand so fast, they end up putting themselves at a loss to try to start their brand and get as many reviews to their product, and then they raise their price later on. TikTok shop is getting to become a very cutthroat environment as well. I see branded products doing the best on TikTok shop right now are people bringing winning generic products to new countries. AKA, a lot of you guys probably have seen Stanley Cups. A lot of you guys have probably seen men's shaper tanks. A lot of people will take these generic products and just sell them to new countries where a lot of people aren't, like UK. Let's put TikTok shop right here on the list. I know we're pumping out a lot of business models right now, and so I recommend you take a drink of water. Honestly, we're on fire right now. I hope this video is very saucy for you guys. We still have a lot more to go through, so let's continue. Staying on the topic of TikTok shop, let's go into being a TikTok shop affiliate. Being a TikTok shop affiliate has a very, very low barrier to entry, and that's a huge pro. You, as somebody who watched this with not a lot of money to your name, can easily start and become an affiliate for TikTok shop. You're learning an in-demand skill, which is content creation. And I'm telling you right now, every single brand needs content creators, even mine. 3 is there's no other business cost besides your commission. When it comes to dropshipping, Amazon FBA, TikTok shop, you have all these different fees, payment processor fees, platform fees, you have your product costs, shipping costs. You have so many different costs as a business owner. You as a TikTok shop affiliate, just worry about your commission and whatever number shows on your screen. 4 is also very good for networking as well. If you want to become a TikTok shop affiliate and you don't really have that big of a network, you're going to be connected and hopefully be integrated in some of the biggest brands on TikTok shop. You're gonna be very, very quick to network with other killers in the TikTok shop affiliate space, but also get closer access to these brand owners doing close to a couple $1 million a month. Some cons with TikTok shop affiliate is I have heard of payout issues. That is obviously a common trend in this video. Payout issues are prevalent, they're gonna happen, they're common. It's just the name of the game. But I have seen a lot of payout issues happen with TikTok shop affiliate. A lot more than you think. Now, another con of TikTok shop affiliate is you're not actually owning your own business. And this is kind of what I was talking about earlier in the video. The pros with dropshipping, Amazon FBA, and owning your own brand on TikTok shop is that you're building your own brand equity and you're actually running your own business. When you're an affiliate, you don't actually own your own business, and so you can't really sell anything later on. You're simply just an affiliate. Now, there's no equity or there's no real business value that you're actually building, but the pro is you're building yourself as an asset and you're kind of making yourself a more valuable individual, which is learning content creation in in-demand scale. This is a little bit of an interesting con, but I've seen a lot of TikTok shop affiliates get very complacent when they start making 20, 30K a month with an affiliate commission. So it kind of prevents them from thinking bigger. I know that sounds very, very weird, but I've seen with a lot of TikTok shop affiliates, they stay in the affiliate mindset. I need you guys to understand most of what you do in business is a mindset. And so a lot of these affiliates will stay in this affiliate mindset. And once they start making good money, they will not even think about how to scale their business or how to go into different ventures, if they want to do real estate, this, that, they don't think like a business owner because what they've been doing is they've been working for a business. And I know this may not sound like a lot of sense to a lot of you guys watching this, but I've seen it firsthand. It's a very, very dangerous mindset to have. You can disregard me saying that and say, oh, he's saying a whole bunch of nonsense. I've seen it firsthand. Thinking big is everything. You only achieve as big as you think. Let's put TikTok Shop affiliate right here on the list as well. Next, let's go into being a high ticket sales closer. Once again, another pro with high ticket sales closing is that the barrier to entry is very, very low. There's no startup cost to create a business. There's no product cost. There's no cost for any of this nonsense stuff. You are a closer. 2 is that you're also building another in-demand skill, which I'd say is evergreen, AKA a skill that will last forever, which is sales. You're convincing another human that they need or want a product. 3 is that you're gonna be accompanied by a lot of other people who are just like you, because this is the business model a lot of other people start with. I know a lot of people, especially here in Miami, making really good money being a sales closer, 10 to 20K a month. Now, being a high ticket sales closer does come with some cons. As crazy as it may seem to make $30,000 a month right now, you watch this video, if you truly are hungry enough, I promise you, you will get to that point somewhere at your life and you'll realize how little money it is. The main con when it comes to high ticket sales closing is most people truly do reach the 10 to 20K a month, but they realize that they are trading their time for money. And so it is close to impossible to get past 30 to 40K a month high ticket sales closing unless they sell a course on how to teach people how to do high ticket sales closing or create their own agency, which then gives businesses sales closers or setters. And so this is once again kind of what I meant in the TikTok shop thing, where a lot of people won't think like a business owner. If you aren't thinking like a business owner, you'll just kind of be capped at a certain amount. When you trade your time for dollars, when you just create content all day, you typically just realize that there's a cap to what you can actually do. I'll say there's more of a cap when it comes to high ticket sales closing than TikTok Shop affiliate, because number 1, TikTok Shop affiliate is based off of virality. Number 2, high ticket sales closing is based on the amount of sales calls you take, based on the amount of people that you close. And so once again, a lot of people, they can't get past that 30 to 40K a month point. And when you can't get past that point, I see a lot of sales closers either doing drop shipping, or once again, they'll create their own agency, which helps businesses implement their own sales reps into their business to then help scale their business, if that makes sense. Another con is that it's very, very time consuming. You're trading your time for dollars. Remember, there's no outsourcing because you are the person who is outsourced. If you get tired and you don't want to take your calls for high ticket sales closing, oh well, you won't make money that day. And that's what kind of sucks, is you are the one being reliant on the business. You're reliant on how many calls come in a day. You're reliant on waking up at that time to make sure you hop on the call. You're reliant to make sure that lead that you actually booked or has booked to speak to you will show up. It's a very, very time consuming process, but it's a very, very good starter business model. Let's rank it right here on the list. I know we're still going over a lot of stuff right now, but I promise you we are almost done. Let's go into copywriting. You may have seen some videos online about copywriting. I'd say it's not widely talked about because there's very, very little amounts of people who are actually shilling this business model to you. The first pro is that you're basically like an agency. You simply just come into a business that needs your help and you just write stuff for them, whether it be emails, on their website, simple stuff that just helps increase conversion rate optimization. Number 2 is you're basically just writing. So if you're watching this and you're just like, damn, I'm a good writer as well. Me personally, I was never a good writer, so I did not go with copywriting. If you're watching this and you're like, damn, I'm a good writer and I think I'm really good at convincing people based off of writing, then copywriting could be for you. Now, quick disclaimer I do want to make about copywriting is out of all of these business models that I've said prior to copywriting, I have known somebody in each of these industries doing really well. I do not know a single copywriter doing well. The only reason why I've included it into this video is because I see a lot of TikTok videos about it. I see a lot of YouTube videos about it. I don't know anyone in my personal network that is actually doing copywriting and doing well. I do want to make that very, very clear. All the other business models I've talked about, I do know somebody making 6 and 7 figures a month in profit doing these business models. Obviously, besides the ones that I literally said you can't get past 30 to 40K a month with. The cons to copywriting is that you need to find your target demographic, because I can tell you dropshippers will not be using copywriters. Me as a dropshipper would not be able to pay somebody $2,000 to $3,000 a month to literally be changing stuff on my website. I am fine using AI with especially the amount of tools there are for copywriting out there. Me as a dropshipper, I am not going to be paying you a couple grand to be writing stuff, especially my emails, when I can hire an email agency that works off of a revenue and commission-based pricing structure to just do stuff for me. I would rather hire more skilled people to do those type of skills for me. Now, obviously you have to find your target demographic. There are brands out there that are probably more local, a little bit smaller, that would be willing to pay you. Another con when it comes to copywriting is that once again, you are an agency. So these clients can drop you at any point. You could be making $2,000 to $4,000 a month off of one client, and you could be happy at 15 grand a month. And then one of these clients drop you, and now you're at 10K a month. You could be spending like 5K a month on rent, just like my Miami apartment, and now you're in an actual predicament. Another con when it comes to copywriting is AI hasn't replaced it, but it sure is getting good. I'd say copywriting always has a little bit of human touch, which is really good. AI is becoming a lot better at adding that human touch, especially when it comes to writing. Now, I'm not saying AI has fully taken over copywriting, but let's be honest, you go to ChatGPT, you tell it to act like a human, and you give it some good prompts to follow, it's going to make copywriting really, really hard to compete with. Let's put copywriting right here on the list. Now, the last and final business model that I want to go over in this video is a service-based physical business. I know, it's not online business, and I know this video was pretty much based off of making money online, but a business a lot of people will start if they don't go online is a physical business, whether it be a pressure washing business, window cleaning business, car detailing business. I know a lot of people who have hopped into the online space who previously did a physical business like that. There are a lot of pros to starting a physical business, and I don't want to hate on it at all because this is always going to be something people will buy. Car detailing, pressure washing, it's stuff that even me living in Miami, I'm buying myself as well. I know people have been able to scale their service-based businesses to 10 to 30K a month, but they ended up having to quit because it takes so much time. It's very, very risky. Even one of my friends, he did a pressure washing business and he was making around 30K a month running his business, but he was on top of people's roofs and literally slipping off, and he had to buy, like literally slipping off the roof because of how much water and how much grime was on there, risking his own life for that type of money. And not only on top of that, he hired employees and he had to have insurance for every single one of them in case one of them literally falls off the roof. Another pro when it comes to a service-based business is that it's fun if you have a lot of time. You're probably young watching this, you have a lot of time, it may be the summertime, and you just want to do something. Going door to door, knocking on people's doors, finding a good route to actually run onto when it comes to finding people to sign as clients for your business, that can be fun to a lot of people. It's also very accessible to get your first dollar. You simply just need to knock on enough doors and somebody will say yes. Obviously, it's going to be very disheartening getting some crazy stuff happening to you, especially since a lot of people don't like people knocking on their doors, but it's very quick to get your first dollar, especially if you're young and you go knocking on people's doors. It's going to be harder to refuse and say no as an adult. Next, you will always be in demand. Whether you do car cleaning, pressure washing, people are always going to need their snow shoveled off their driveway, their house is looking clean, their car is looking cleaner. People are always going to need these type of services, so don't worry about it going anywhere. Some cons is that with a service-based business, it is all based off of manual labor. Now, the good thing about online business is that you can leverage employees. You can leverage people that you hire to pretty much run your business for you. When it comes to a service-based business, do not even think about outsourcing it right when you start. You can outsource it possibly later on, which is very, very difficult, keep in mind. In the start, manual labor from you is going to be required. Another con is if you do not hire, you'll be giving away all your time and you won't be able to do anything else. Think about how long it takes to pressure wash a mansion, right? Because obviously you want to go to rich people's houses. Think about how much time it genuinely takes to do that. A lot. And so you're going to be giving away all your time for a good amount of money, but you're going to do it day after day after day and become very, very sick and tired of it very, very fast. I know making 15 to 30 grand a month pressure washing may sound really, really good, but trust me, when you're in situations when you're making that much, you almost have these golden cuffs that you've put on yourself and you hate. Another con, and this is simply just my honest opinion, is at the end of the day, why would I do this instead of just doing the same thing online? Having a service-based business physically, I can also just do a service-based business online, which is pretty much an agency. So I'd rebuttal and say, why would you do it physically if you just do it online? Now, everyone has their pros and cons. That's just something to keep in mind. Let's put service-based businesses right here. And there we go. Those are the business models that I wanted to rate in this video. And so once again, these are strictly just my own opinions on these business models. You may have watched this video and you may be very, very excited and insightful right now on all the new insights I've given you on these business models, or you may be furious because I talked bad about your business model. But once again, these are truly just my opinions. Everyone is better than others at certain skills, so find what suits you. There is not a perfect business model. to start, so don't overanalyze. If you're watching this video and do one of these business models and I forgot to say something, I do want to make this more of a community-based video, so feel free to drop your opinions and thoughts down below if I forgot something or if you want to touch on a point that I went through in this video. All I want to say before I end this video is whatever you do something in demand and where the world is headed. Use businesses to build them and roll that into investments and real estate, and don't be dumb with your money. I know it's very, very taunting right now watching this video, thinking about how you're gonna make your first dollar online. But I promise you, if you have enough commitment, you will. After you make $1, you'll figure out how to make 10, and then 100, and then 1,000, and then 10,000, and then 100,000, and then 1,000,000. But I'm telling you, when you make that money, do not be dumb with it. Learn how to actually then roll your money into investments like stocks, crypto, real estate, and actually grow your money. Because at the end of the day, as good as online business may seem, the money will not flow in forever. You are young watching this. You probably will not be dropshipping by the time you're 80 years old. And so you have to capitalize on your youth now and actually be smart with your money. I know this is crazy advice coming from a 19-year-old, but I live in Miami and I've seen so many people go in and out. Basically means them just popping up, looking like they're rich, and then disappearing the next day because they go broke. It happens so often, more often than you think. It's a very cutthroat world out here. Be smart. As always, if y'all want resources for dropshipping stuff down below, I'll leave it there. For all the business models, I don't feel comfortable leaving resources down in the description because I truly don't know if they're validated or not. I'm only gonna leave stuff regarding dropshipping stuff because that's the only stuff that I can validate is real and that I use myself as well. And what I'll also leave down there is that $1 case study that basically releases what product I sold to make $1.6 million worth of one product. I give you guys the product, the offer, the ads, the website, the branding, the logistics, the everything for a single buck. And I'll leave that down in the description as well. If you want it, there's no pressure to buy that. If you do, then get it. If not, all good. Go out, crush it this 2025. I wish all of you the best of the luck. Once again, a lot can change in a year, a lot can change in 2 years, and a lot can change tomorrow. Get started. After this video, close your laptop, turn off your PC, keep your laptop open, keep your PC open, close out YouTube, get to work, and do not overanalyze a business model. I know we just went over a lot in this video, and I didn't give you one business model to start. And the reason why I did that was because I wanted to give you as many options as you possibly can. After watching this video, you probably hear one business model that you just get that tingly feeling with when you hear. Go with that one. I did not want to be biased in this video and tell you guys, ooh, start drop shipping because that's the best business model to do. I wanted to give you guys the freedom to do whatever you want to do. Whatever business model you want to do, go ahead and do it. Stick with it. Do not quit. It's 2025. Absolutely grind and be a relentless animal this year. And I promise you in a year, you'll become unrecognizable. I guarantee it. We'll speak very, very soon.